All right. So we'll pretend we have on a lot of people, right? So just for anyone that doesn't know me that's going to watch this later or what we're doing here. So I'm Natalie Tuman, and I'm the founder of the Iron Legacy. And I'm excited to get this going. This is our December new coach webinar. And just to kind of give you guys a heads up, so we have our Rock the Basics that will start tomorrow. And if you're not in there, make sure that you send a friend, not a friend request, send a request to get into that group, and we'll make sure that you guys get added if anyone's not already in there, okay? So we're just going to kind of go over some of the basics tonight, and a lot of this will be repeated in your training over the next week, and it will go into more detail. But at least once you see it, it won't be like it's brand new, and it will kind of start to click. I think you can hear it, and you can read it, and you can watch a video on it, and the more that you have all of those pieces together, the more it's going to help you connect the dots and really be able to take off running. So that's kind of our goal with doing this. So I have just about 10 points that I want to go over with you guys tonight. So if you're taking notes, you'll know when we get to number 9, you just have one more. So it'll help you guys kind of be able to break this down a bit. So first and foremost, like I said, you're going to have your new Coach Basics that starts tomorrow. It's a 7-day training. It does run Monday through Sunday. So there will be a post every single day. There might be 2 posts a day. So just kind of be on the lookout, but it's nothing that takes up a ton of time here at the beginning, I promise. But try to carve out like 30 minutes, I would say, just so that you have time to read through the post, watch any of the videos that there are. And, you know, if it takes you looking through your back office and things, it allows you a little bit of time to kind of go through and look at that. And then after that, what we're going to do is we're going to go into directly from that 7-day. On that next Monday, you will start a 14-day kickstart, which is through Platinum Presenters, which we're going to talk about. But that will kind of be your next step right after our 7 days together. So be on the lookout for that. Towards the end of this week, I'll be posting directions on how you can get signed up for that. And that one will be done via email. We will keep our group open so that we can talk about each day. But at the end of this 7 days, you'll do that 14-day that will, each day will come via email. Does that make sense? And again, we'll talk about it more in the Rock the Basics, but that's kind of what you can expect. All right, so number 1 is to know your websites. Again, this is posted, you should have gotten it in your new coach email, and it also will be posted, it's the very first post within the Rock the Basics training. It has your different websites, it has the Rock the Biz guide in it, and it also has a file called New Coach Basics Info. Save that file to your computer, print it off, do whatever you need to do with it, because that gives you directions on how to sign up coaches, how to sign up customers, where certain things are. It's just a really good kind of, backup file to have. So look at that before you go and freak out about having, like, oh my gosh, I don't know how to sign someone up for Shakeology or how to send in my site. It's all in that file, so make sure you save that somewhere. And again, you have your websites. You have your beachbodycoach.com/your screen name. And that from that site, people can shop, they can join your team, or they can just join as a free member, okay? You also have a Shakeology specific website, which is myshakeology.com/your screen name. And in addition to that, you even have an Ultimate Reset website. So if anyone is ever interested in the Ultimate Reset, you can send them directly to your site, which is really nice. Point number 2 is social media. I like to kind of share with you guys how to post in your very first 7 days as a coach. First things first, and you want to kind of make an announcement, and I'm actually going to make a note to post this in that Rock the Basics, an announcement that you are a coach now. Because if you're posting some of these things and people don't really know what it is that you're doing, they're not going to get it. And chances are, let's say that all of a sudden they're like, oh, well, so-and-so was doing 21-day fix. I'm going to go order that real fast. And then they're just going to go online and they're going to order it. So we need to make sure people know that you're a coach. So I'm making a note right now to post a welcome idea I'll post it in the Rock the Basics. So that would be the first thing I would post, like a picture of you, just a happy picture. I don't care if it's you jumping in the air, if it's you snuggling with your kids. I don't care what it is, but no product in there. It doesn't need to be you drinking your Shakeology. It doesn't need to be you holding your 21-day fix package. Like, it just needs to be you or your family, a happy picture that shows this new venture that you're going on, okay? And again, I will post a sample verbiage in the group for you to have. And then what I typically like to do is, this is called, it's from the book. Hang on, I'm going to grab it and show it to you real fast because I recommend it. But it's called Jab, 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 Right Hook. Okay. And it talks about how to share your journey on social media and how you can do it without being pushy, but it's telling your story. And so you take that premise, it's either, you can call it breadcrumbing, you can call it jab, 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 and then you right hook them, however you want to call it. But essentially what you're going to do is we're going to be dropping these clues all throughout your first week. And then at the end of the week, you're going to ask people to join you on this. So here's kind of an example for you. So your first post, you get your Beachbody Challenge pack in the mail, right? You know the blue box. I just got rid of mine. It was back there. So you have your Beachbody Challenge box, and it's you smiling, you know, thumbs up, whatever, and you take a picture with it. And you post on social media, holy moly, look what just came in the mail. Can't wait to see what's in this box and tackle this thing. Wish me luck. That's it. You don't mention what it is. You don't mention anything about it. It's just kind of, you're putting it out there. The next day, you can post a post-workout selfie. You know, I saw one yesterday that was really cute. I'm totally going to steal it, by the way. But all you can see is the girl's arm, like in the mirror, and it says post-workout day 1 selfie, and it's her like laying on the floor. You know, you can't see her body. You just see her arm like up in the mirror taking a picture of herself, right? Because she's like spent. So I thought that was so clever. And so, you know, something like that, and be like, all right, 30 minutes in, day 1, just totally got my tail handed to me. This is incredible. Can't wait to see what I feel like tomorrow. You know, maybe the next day on day 3, you talk about that you're so sore you can't move, but wow, you feel amazing. You're so excited that you've decided to take this journey. The next day, you take a picture maybe of your food with you behind it, not just of your food, with you behind it. Maybe your containers are in front of it and you're smiling, and you make a post such as, I can't believe I was making clean eating so complicated. This is actually really simple and it's really effective. This is pretty cool. Something to that effect. The next day, so this is what, we're on day 4 now, I guess. So on day 4, you post something to the effect that, excuse me. Sorry, 1 second. On day 4, you would post something to the effect that, where was I? Holy moly. We did the food. Okay, so day 4, maybe take a picture with your kids, right? And they were working out with you, or your dog worked out with you, or whatever, you know, and that 30 minutes at home, and you're really making this a priority, and you're so thankful for this. Day 5, you talk about how you have more energy this week. You're sleeping better because you're fueling your body properly, and you're getting in a great workout every day. Day 6, you talk about, so this would really be day 7, right? Because I guess day 1 was our welcome, right? So you got to follow me since my brain's not working right. So on day 7, you would post, you know, either weight lost or inches lost or something to that effect, and be like, I am getting ready to go all in for, you know, if you're doing 21-day fix, I'm going all in for 21 days. I would love, and I need some accountability partners. Will you please partner with me? You know, something to that effect. So you are now asking people, will you join me? Will you do this with me? Will you please do me a favor and help me get through this? I'll help you if you help me. So that's like your day 7, right? So you're just breadcrumbing. You're never once selling a product. You're never once pushing, you know, posting your link and telling people to go buy it. It's none of that. It's posting all along the way. And then at the end, you ask them to join you. Okay. So the goal here is that you want to develop your 7-day story right out of the gate. You're developing this story about what is happening with you, you know, with coaching, with the products, whatever it might be, but you have your story in development from day 1. You're going to have a 7-day story, you're going to have a 30-day story, and then you'll have a 60-day story. So you're constantly evolving with this story that you have, because the thing that happens is so many of us get stifled, and we're like, well, but I haven't even started my journey yet. Like, I haven't lost the weight that I want to. So how can someone relate to me? Well, you can't tell me that no one would relate to all those posts that you just did. Like, someone out there is going to relate to that because they've been waiting for this opportunity to connect with someone and for something to work. And that's only 30 minutes, and that's at home or whatever. So it's showing that you don't have to wait until you're in the best shape of your life. You don't have to wait until you're the best coach in the world and you've reached all these goals. Like, you don't have to have all of those things. You just have to start. So with regards to social media, let's talk for a second about a like page versus a personal page. Eventually, I highly recommend that you do a like page. But at first, you're going to want to use your personal page to get used to it, to get comfortable with posting. To get comfortable with posting 2 to 3 times every single day, whether it's pre-scheduling those posts or it's sitting down in the morning and doing it, however works best for you. And we will help you. As your leaders and your coaches, it's our job to help you kind of figure out that system. And we're here to help you do that. And we will do that. So however that is, you need to get in the habit of posting 2 to 3 times a day. And so for the time being, I recommend using your like page until you get comfortable with it, until you kind of get in your groove and figure out, your mojo with it, right? And then when you feel the time is right and you're ready to invest a little bit of extra time and even a little bit of money, that's when you will want to do a like page. Okay, so I get that question a lot. Do I go ahead and do a like page, or do I just do my, what am I supposed to do? So that's kind of how I recommend it. Do you have to follow what I say? Absolutely not. But that's just what I personally recommend. Okay. Any questions over step 1 and step 2? We good so far? Okay. Step 3 is your goals. So my number 1 goal for you as a brand new coach is to get your Shakeology paid for within the first month. That's my goal for you. And hopefully that's your goal for yourself. And all that means is you're simply going to help 3 other people to change their lives and to get in better habits, just like what you're doing. Okay. And that's 3 customers, not necessarily coaches. It's helping 3 people this next month to find Hammer and Chisel, to find 21 Day Fix, to find Shakeology, whatever that is. It's 3 people. And if you can do that, you will make enough to pay for your Shakeology. Okay, because you get $32 off of every Shakeology sale, and it's more for a challenge pack. And so it just takes 3 of those for you to break even on your Shakeology. So it is so doable. So I want you to look at the tangible numbers and realize that it's just 3 people for the month of December that you need to find to help, okay? And don't look at it as a sale. Don't look at it as a challenge pack. Don't look at it as Shakeology. It is literally lives that you can help. And if you will look at it at that and that you're adding value, I promise you it will happen. My second goal for you is to hit Success Club. You're going to learn about Success Club even more as you get started in our 7-day Rock the Basics. But just as a quick overview of it, in order to hit success, so Success Club it's a monthly benchmark to where you can make sure that your business is continuously growing. Because if you're hitting Success Club every single month, you have no option but to grow your business. It just naturally happens. So with that, how you get Success Club points, you have a minimum goal of 5. And so you get points through Shakeology orders, home direct Shakeology orders, or challenge packs. A Shakeology home direct order is worth 1 point, and a challenge pack is worth 2 points. So your goal is 5 points. Now let's say that you have 5 points, but you are not on 90 personal volume points auto ship for yourself. So let's say you're not on Shakeology auto ship, or you're not on the Performance Line auto ship, or you're not on Derm Exclusive 90 personal volume points, whatever that is for you. If you do not have 90 PV on home direct for yourself, but you have 5 Success Club points, you will not hit Success Club. So you have to have at least 5 points plus your 90 personal volume points for that month. And Success Club runs from the first day of the month to the last day of the month. That's how Success Club runs. Okay, so that's Success Club in a nutshell. And if you're hitting Success Club, again, your business is growing, so you can hit 5 or you can hit Success Club 10. And you're going to learn in a minute when I talk to you about Emerald that you also have a chance to earn free leads from the company if you're an Emerald coach and hitting Success Club. So there's a lot of great perks to it. Plus you get to earn free trips and all kinds of fun stuff. But bottom line is your business will grow if you hit Success Club. So that needs to be your second goal. My third goal for you is to hit Emerald. Emerald is a huge benchmark in your business. It's a first little baby step to really being a team builder and a business builder. And what an Emerald coach is you have a coach on your left side and your right side. So like if you have, I guess let's use my head, here's you, and then you have here and here. So you have an active coach on your left and an active coach on your right. That means that you would be an Emerald coach. Once you hit Emerald, you are able to earn Team Cycle bonus, which is huge because that means that you don't have to rely just on your retail sales. You're able to rely on the volume points that are created by anyone that is below you. And also when you hit Emerald, that's when you're able to be eligible for those free leads. So if you're Emerald and you're hitting and you have Success Club 5, you're eligible for a certain number of leads. If you're Emerald and you're hitting Success Club 10, you're eligible for even more leads. So there's a lot of great things that happened at Emerald. And I'm here to tell you, your very first coach should be either your spouse, your parent, or someone that is very close, a very close family member if you're not married or have a significant other. And the reason is that that is going to put them at the top of your business. I've told this story many times, and you'll hear it again in our Rock the Basics because it's that big of a deal. I waited over a year to sign up my husband, and he is nowhere near the top of my organization. And I'm here to tell you right now that every Thursday when I open up my back office and I see where he is and I see the volume and I see how much money we're missing out on, it makes me want to scream and choke and just have a complete anxiety attack. So don't do that to yourself. Put your spouse or your significant other or a parent or someone that you care about and you love and that is in your life forever, not just a boyfriend that you think is going to be here in the next couple of months, someone that is going to be here forever, put them at the very top of your organization. That's your first coach, and that should be on your weak side. Presumably, we'll go into way more of that later. And we can talk specifically because it kind of depends on if you're a strong recruiter or not. So, but just have that in your mind. And then your next coach needs to go on your opposite side. And I would recommend that being your best friend if possible, because I'm telling you guys, it's so much fun to be on this ride with people that you really, really like. And I've learned that like the people that I bring onto this team now are people that like I really want to hang out with. So if it can be someone that you really want to spend time with and they're at the top of your organization, that's going to be pretty cool because you get to celebrate together. So that's number 3, your goals. And those are the first 3 goals that I would have for you for your business and that I hope that you set for yourself. And again, we're going to go into each one of those in more detail in our next 7 days together, but at least it will be fresh on your mind. The 4th point that I want to make in order for you guys to be successful is for you to connect and get plugged in. There's several ways to do this, and there's a few ways that I'm suggesting. Number 1 is doing this Rock the Basics training that you're getting ready to start tomorrow. It's not rocket science, I promise. It's nothing earth-shattering. There's thousands of teams out there, and everybody has a new coach training. But the bottom line is it's a way for you to connect with other coaches on your team. It's a way for you to get to know our team and how we operate and, kind of the systems that we have. We are very systems driven, which is a great thing and a huge blessing. And I promise you're going to realize that as you get started. So take advantage of that and stay plugged into that Rock the Basics training. Also, our team page. So you have the Iron Legacy Business Builders, and that is a page that's for anyone who is from trying to just get their Shakeology paid for every month to trying to, retire from their corporate job and anywhere in between. That is the Business Builders page. Stay engaged in that. You don't have to spend all day in there, but go in and check it in the evenings or in the mornings or something, and just make sure you're checking it. You never know what kind of great information. We have so many amazing coaches on this team, and you never have any idea what someone could go in there and post about. Also, your personally sponsored coaches page. Hopefully, you're in a page with them too. So you never know if they might have something different than what's posted in the Business Builders. But again, it's just staying involved and connected, and so that you really have that team unity. Also, Platinum Presenters, which is kind of the larger umbrella that we are under. Everybody should be already in the process, at least, of signing up for Platinum Presenters membership. And you guys, there are so many amazing things that are going to happen. We're going to go into that again, within the 7 days, because like I said, after the 7 days, we're going to do a 14-day training through Platinum Presenters. But Platinum Presenters is just an amazing organization. We have a yearly event that's based in Dallas at this point. It's September 23rd through the 24th in 2016. So I highly recommend you get that on your calendar and make it. It's one of the best events of all year. And that's through Platinum Presenters. Another way to stay connected and plugged in is through team calls. We have a Team Iron or a Iron Legacy team call that is the first Monday of every month at 8:00 p.m. Central Standard Time. And then the third Tuesday of every month is at noon, 12:00 noon Central Standard Time. That way, because some people the evenings are better for and some people the day is better for. And that way we cover our bases and whoever can get on, can get on. We have guest speakers a lot of times. And even sometimes we don't have anyone, but we get to hang out. And I'm telling you guys, we have a really cool team. We just like to be together. So it's cool to get on with, your cup of tea or your glass of wine or your water or whatever, and just spend some time together, connecting and fellowshipping with each other and brainstorming and getting some great ideas. You also have your national wake-up calls, which are every Monday, and that is through Beachbody. You can go back and listen to those at any time. I have the app on my phone for the podcast so that I listen to the replays, but that's another great way to stay connected. And lastly is through events. I mentioned the Platinum Presenters. One of the biggest events the biggest event that Beachbody has is Summit. And it's this year in Nashville. And right now there's a wait list, but I highly recommend you go and you get signed up so that you can get off of that wait list, because I promise you will. And it is just an off the charts experience if you have not been. It's such a great way to just really see and feel the culture of Beachbody. It's like tens of thousands of people coming together for one common purpose and one common mission. Guest speakers, trainings, it's just amazing. And it can be very, very business and life-changing if you will let it. So, and also you have quarterly events in way of Super Saturday, which is held across the country and in Canada. And it's all the same weekend. And it's 4 times a year. So I recommend that you kind of look in your back office. The next one is January 19th, I believe, 18th, whichever that Saturday and Sunday is. So you can get that on your calendar. All right, so that's tip number 4 as we get started. Number 5, we're going to call it PPDS, Push, Play, and Drink Shakeology. It's basically being a product of the product, okay? I would highly recommend, and if you are taking this as a serious business, that starting today, tonight, you commit to a program and you commit to do it from day 1 through the very end. And no hybrid, just a straight up program from day 1 to the very end. And I promise you, it is so worth it, because I've gone through periods where I have not done that. Because I do teach, and I was liking to do my own thing. And when I did max 30 all the way through, it was the first time since my son had been born. I did P90X when he was born, and he was 3 when I started max 30. So it'd been 3 years since I'd done a program all the way through. And it changed everything. It changed my attitude. It changed my business. It changed me, and I was able to share more. It was just very empowering. And so I highly recommend that if this is a business for you, you take it seriously as such, and you commit to a program and do from day 1 clear to the end. On top of that, you should be drinking Shakeology every single day. Unless you have an allergy to it or there is something wrong that you just like legit cannot take it, then I respect that. Trust me, please don't put yourself in harm. But if not, you should be drinking it every single day. Because again, remember, we're talking about creating this story for yourself, right? You've got a 7-day, a 21-day, a 30, 60, whatever, but you're creating the story of this journey that you're on. And that's the only way that people can connect with you, is if you have a story to share, okay? Number 6 is personal development. Whether that is feeding your mind and your spirit, there's all different kinds of personal development, first of all, and we need them all, we need to be feeding our mind and our spirit, and we also need to be feeding our skill sets. This is a tough business, I'm not going to lie, because if I sat here and told you that it's easy and, that it's no problem and you're never going to struggle, that would be a flat out lie. And you would come back and you would want to haunt me one day. It's tough, but it is simple. It's very simple. These tips that I'm giving you, that I'm telling you, and that you're going to learn in the next 7 to 21 days, you're going to realize how simple it is, but you have to put in the work and you have to put in the effort in order for it to come to fruition. Well, and part of that is you're going to hear no a lot, and you're going to get defeated a lot, and there's a chance you could get burnt out. And the only way to combat that is if you are feeding back to yourself. Because as coaches, we're constantly feeding into others, whether it be our team or our customers. And it's very easy to get drained and to give so much that you don't have anything left to give. And it's very, very important that you refill your cup with whatever that is that you personally need. So you need to be feeding your mind and your spirit. And in addition, it's really important to be feeding a skill set. If you're struggling with self-confidence, then you need to be reading a personal development book to help you get through that. If you're struggling on talking to people, we need to look at that. If you struggle with social media, then you need to be looking into social media training. So whatever that is, but it's a constant just making yourself better, kind of doing an internal gut check on where you are, what you need to work on, and making yourself better from that point on. So that's personal development, number 6. Number 7 is to treat this business like a business. I want you guys to pretend that you just invested hundreds of thousands of dollars to start a business. Because in reality, you only invested max probably $200 to start an incredible business opportunity. But if you will treat this like you invested hundreds of thousands of dollars, like most businesses cost to start, you will treat it as such. And you need to treat it that way, that you are trying to recoup that hundreds of thousands of dollars that you just invested. And by doing that, that means that you need to look at your business and you need to decide, like, on your business hours, what are those going to be? Because I'm here to tell you, you can't just chip away. You can't be in carpool and scrolling through and then, oh my God, got to move up. And then you don't have time to finish the conversation you're on. Or, while you're feeding your kids breakfast that you're trying to do it. Like, you can't just chip away at it in those terms. Can you chip away? Yes, but it needs to be focused time. You need to make sure that you have in your mind and in your calendar a focused time of when you're going to work this business. Because I'm telling you guys, it is key. It is so key. It will keep your mindset right. It will keep you more focused, and it will keep you more accountable to what you're doing. And, if you can think about it as a workout, right? Like, if you're just kind of sporadically, like, I don't know, you're at the gym for a couple of hours and you'll like walk over to one area and you do something, and then you walked over to another, and then you go talk to someone, and then you come back and you're just real lackadaisical about it, right? It's not going to be a very great workout, and you're going to spend a lot of time and a lot of wasted time. But if you have 30 minutes and you are focused and you tune everybody else out and you just go all in for that workout, how amazing is that going to be? And how much more productive are you going to be? The same exact way with your business. I don't care if you have 5 minutes to focus and do 2 messages to someone, or if you have 2 hours that you were just totally focused and then you shut down the rest of the day. But I'm telling you guys, it's very, very key to start setting yourself in great habits as we start. And we're going to talk about different systems to help you guys do that over the next 7 days. So don't get stressed about it, but just start having that in the back of your mind. Number 8 is to always be working off of a list. In your Rock the Basics training, we're going to go through an exercise where we help you create a list, a master list to start working from. These are not people that you are going to be calling today or tomorrow. It is going to be people that, yes, you might reach out to and ask if they have any interest in joining you. We will talk about scripts and how you can reach out to these people as we get going in our trainings. And it might even be someone that you just ask for a referral. Let them know, like, look, it is my mission for the end of the year to help. I want to help like 5 people this month to get in really great shape. I'm doing it for myself. I just want some accountability partners. Do you know anyone that would want to do this with me that I could reach out to? It might be something like that. I don't know yet. We'll get there. But it is important to always be working from a list. So whether you have it on your phone, or I like pen and paper, and that way I can constantly be going back and making notes and scratching through. But we'll figure out a system that works for you. But make sure that you're always working from a list. Number 9 is using social media to expand your list every single day and making new contacts. You're going to learn a really cool system in Rock the Basics. It's called the A to Z system. And, I talked to you a minute ago about, allotting time for your business. This is such a great system to learn for when, let's say that you do only have 5 or 10 minutes, but you need to make, your 2 to 5 contacts for the day. It's going to be so simple for you to do and to remember exactly where you left off each and every day. So it's really exciting. It's called the A to Z system. We have a video post that we'll post in there for you guys, so don't worry. But it's going to be a great way, because your goal is to make at least 2 to 5 exposures every single day, adding 3 people to your list that you can talk to. And again, we have lots of systems, and you're going to learn all about them this week. But I just want you guys to kind of start wrapping your brain around this and know that social media is your friend. And that's what you're going to be using to expand your list as much as you can as you learn these systems. So our final thing that I want to talk to you guys about, and this is number 10. So see, I told you, what is that? Less than 30 minutes. This is solid. So number 10, and this is probably the biggest one. So I want you to take it very, very seriously. But tonight is December 6th, right? 2015. I want you to commit right now that in 1 year from today, you will still be here. Commit to it. Commit to yourself first and foremost, because that's the most important thing. You guys, the only way that you can fail at this business is if you quit. And I promise you, the way the business model works, you cannot fail in this. If nothing else, you're getting a discount at your product at the very, very least, right? At the very most, you're going to be able to reach some really freaking cool milestones and goals. Trust me, because I've done some of them, and it's amazing. And there's people on my team that are doing them, and that's even cooler than me reaching them. I'm telling you that right now. So just commit that in 1 year, Christmas time 2016, you are still going to be a coach. we're going to set bigger goals for you if that's what you're ready for, So, I mean, start dreaming big about what kind of coach you want to be, where you want to be in a year from now. But bottom line is be here in 1 year from today. That's your last and final tip as we get started on your new coach journey. So you've got me for a few minutes. Are there any questions that you guys have that you're hesitant about, or anything about this that didn't make sense that you want to go over? I'm happy to help and answer any questions that I possibly can.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I've not done this with you before, so I wasn't even sure. But this may not be the platform where I should be asking you. But when I made Emerald, now I feel like I'm not really making commission, because if I'm understanding correctly, the one leg has to have 200 and the other leg has to have 100, and they don't.
So that means you need to build your weak leg. So you need to be adding coaches. And that's kind of the habit that we can get into when we rank advance, right? I talk to this a lot with my diamonds, because it's like, you push and you get to Emerald and then you sit back and you coast. And you're like, okay, I'm Emerald. And so we just kind of sit back and we just think that the team cycle bonus is just going to start flowing. Leads are going to start coming in and I'm scot-free. Same thing happens at Diamond. You get to Diamond and you stop and you kind of sit back and you start coasting. And you're like, I'm solid. I'm a Diamond. They're going to have a big grade and there's going to be lights with my name on it because I'm a Diamond coach now. And unfortunately, that's not how it works. You constantly have to be adding to your network. You constantly have to be adding to your team. And that's the only way that your income is going to continuously grow. Unless you are just this retail machine that is just bringing it, and then you're going to get burnt out. I'm here to tell you. So, it's one of those things where you just have to continuously be building to your team so that you can work on that team cycle bonus. And yes, when you have your volume in the back, when you're looking at your volume in your back office, you ideally want one side to be double of your other side. So your strong side should be twice as much as your weak side.
Okay, so I had one of my coaches buy Extreme Fix for me and Hammer and Chisel, and then I gave him a check. So is that not what I should be doing?
I wouldn't. No.
Okay.
No.
So I should just purchase it myself?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I would. Especially if you don't have a family member that's up there, I would just purchase it yourself and add more coaches to your team. Just be looking for those people who are ready to make a change, even if they just want the discount. Granted, you don't want a team full of discount coaches because that's not going to grow your volume a whole lot, but it's going to help, and if you're helping them to change their lives and get a discount in doing so, it's totally worth it. So, but yes, in the short term, it might. And the thing is, and this is what I also, I talk about a lot in our Rock the Basics, is to not think about today, right? So when you sign up, a customer as a discount coach, it's like, God, I just lost that commission, right?
Good.
Thinking big picture. And if you're thinking in 5 years from now, though, that person is going to be holding a solid spot so that I have an active coach on that side when I'm a 2-star diamond. That person is holding a spot for me. You know what I'm saying? So you've got to think of it in bigger terms, but you have to keep recruiting. That's the name of the game, honestly. It really is.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Thanks.
To answer your question about how often we do Rock the Basics, it's once a month is we have a live Rock the Basics. We're also we have another group that we're just going to keep open. I need to get on that. And we're just going to have it listed as to what step is what, so that let's say that you have a coach that joins in the middle of the month. You don't want them to have to wait 3 weeks to start a new coach training, but you also may not want them to start a training that just finished to where they can't get that camaraderie. So if they're a runner and they are good at pacing themselves, they can go into that just ongoing running group. But we'll have a live group so that we can have that team connection, that team unity, that motivation every day. We will have that live once a month, and it's always on our team calendar, and it starts the first Monday of every month without fail, unless I just drop the ball. But typically, it's always been the first Monday of every month. Anything else? Any other questions? No?
Yeah, I have a quick question.
Yes.
This will probably be something that you probably goes more into in the 7-day training.
Okay.
But when you talk about posting, on your personal page and posting 3 to 4 times a day, I've never I know there's different, I guess, systems or programs that you can use to schedule your posts. So I'm assuming that you probably have one that you like better than the other, because
yeah. Now the one that I use, I pay for. So one that you can get for free is called Hootsuite.
Okay.
And that's HOOTSWITE. I personally use Buffer because I can use it with all of my groups, and it's just, I run a lot of groups, and so if I need to pre-schedule something, I can. So I like that one. Michelle, what do you use right now? Are you using a pre-scheduling?
No, I quit because it made me get lazy and I stopped. So I mean, truth be told, like, it's a great tool when you're pressed on time, but I just learned to start, like, on my like page, you can schedule a post from your Facebook thing, but anything like with my groups, I rely on my team to help me with posts since I'm on a totally different time zone. And then I make it a point to post every day because otherwise I just get so busy and I don't engage. So for me, a scheduler does not work.
Okay.
But when I did Hootsuite. I liked it. It's just,
I used to use Hootsuite. For some reason, when I was posting in my groups, I didn't like how it was posting links and pictures at the time, and there could be some changes that have been made. But if you're doing it from your personal page, Hootsuite is great and Buffer is great. I know Buffer has a free trial you can do, and then I don't know what the lowest amount that you can pay is. I don't think it's much. But I've really liked Buffer. It's worked well for me, and I can post it from to my personal page, to any of my groups, to my like page. So it's been nice.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
You're welcome. Is that it? Nothing else? Okay, well, we will get started in the Rock the Basics tomorrow. As you guys get going, please know you've got an incredible group of leaders that's in there, and that's within the Iron Legacy Business Builders page. So please don't ever hesitate to reach out. We are all here to help. I mean, it's Proverbs 27:17 is what we talk about all the time. So, I mean, and that's what we're here to do. We sharpen each other. We help each other. We are every way you can imagine. It's a team effort. So please don't ever hesitate to reach out so that we can help. Okay. All right. You guys have a blessed night, and I will be talking to you guys soon. Okay. All right.